Hello, welcome to OMAT. Glad you're here. Let's get into our exercises. But first, have you heard the phrase, pain makes you either bitter or better? I heard this recently and I thought wow, I guess it does. And how do I know which way I'm going, bitter or better? And I decided that I think at the start of going either bitter or better is, am I admitting what I'm in pain about? So I can say, no, I would love to do that with my free time. And here comes the bitterness as I squish the pain down. I don't admit it. But if I admit it, it's not like the pain just goes away, but it changes. It changes into something that I could manage, something I can work with, something I could see the truth in, so I could see truthfully where I need to go in order to manage that pain. So bitter or better, I think, starts with, am I admitting why I'm in pain? Let's see, take some time. First, let's get present, but maybe take some time today to consider if you're angry about something, if you're sad about something. Is it making you bitter or better? Which way are you going? And the first step, I think, is to admit it. And then see what that feels like. Maybe not go further than that. Let's get into our exercises. And these exercises, I believe, help us get to know ourselves so that we know what we can admit, what we have to admit about what's going on inside our mind and body. So as we try to look for gratitude, we not only feel that in our mind, we could feel it in our body. Maybe we're having a hard time with it. Our body stiffens up. We could learn something from that. But for now, let's see what we could find when we look for gratitude right now. Let's wrap for now. Find the water. Find a way to be okay with whatever your list looked like today. Sometimes it looks like a happy list. Look at all the things that I could be grateful for. And sometimes it feels a little hesitant, maybe a little frustrating. And that's okay. That's all part of it. That's all right. Let's keep going. Let's interrupt our thoughts. Let's work on the interruption of thought, because sometimes our thoughts get away from us. Let's notice what we're thinking about, pause it, and see if we can focus on our breath. Let's see if we could try that. Sitting in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed, and breathe. As we come back, let's find our water. Let's say we were trying to interrupt one thought, and we interrupted it, but then it came back. Then we interrupted it, and it came back. And that's what happened the entire minute. That's fantastic. Look how many times you interrupted that thought. That is a muscle that's being worked out. Every time you interrupt it, it feels like a push-up. Let's keep going. Let's write it down. Let's even know where our writing utensil is. That's half the battle here. So if you have what to write with, let's look for any word, literally any word. Let's write something down right now. Let's wrap for now, even if we're mid-sentence, or take a couple seconds to wrap. If that's where your head is today, then we know that. Let's have some water. If you notice, I'm not rushing through this, and we now get to know what a minute feels like. What does a minute feel like when you're writing versus what does it feel like in yoga? Same amount of time, but we can feel the difference while doing these exercises. Let's get into it. Let's get into our stretch. Stand if you can stand. If you must do it seated, then do whatever stretch you can. We're going to walk through a sun salutation. Here we go. Inhale, the arms out and then up. Look up, reach up. Keep inhaling if you can. When you're ready to exhale, fold forward. And your knees could be very bent here if you'd like. When you're ready, halfway lift. That's a flat back. That's parallel to the ground and straightening out the knees, looking up. Now let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down where they are. Step your feet back into a high plank and then lower slowly all the way down to the ground. Once your whole body's on the ground, push the ground and your chest will come up. Your head will come up. You're looking up now. Let's meet in down dog. Hips up into an upside down V with our body, getting our heels as close to the ground or on the ground if we can for today. Wherever your body is, move slowly and walk forward towards your feet, towards your hands, with your feet, and roll up, meeting your palms above your head and exhaling down to the center of the chest. Hold whatever pose you'd like. Have some water. Have a little credit, have a little warmth in the body from those movements. And let's get into our next exercise, which is the plank. And we're not intimidated. We're not even thinking about it. We're getting into a ready position. That's all we know. Mind and body, we're set. We're ready. We're willing. And we're going in 3, 2, 1, and up in plank right now. This is the moment where you're making the decision. Do I sit here and think about how I'm sitting here, or do I get into plank? And that's 10 seconds in. Congratulations. Congratulations every moment, every second that you're in here in this plank. It is a very challenging pose. Congrats, that's 20 seconds. Good job. Now let's make sure we're breathing. Follow your breath. And you're in for 30 seconds. I know it's getting more challenging. You know it's getting more challenging. You can feel it. But if you don't have to come down, if you are not hurting yourself, let's see what today can bring with 20 more seconds left. If you did come down, take a breath, come back up and join. Because we can do this as long as we keep agreeing. And we have 10 seconds. What are we agreeing with? Mind and body are agreeing. We're going to do this for 5 more seconds. And 3, 2, 1, you're done. Come on down off your plank. Take your time. Stretch your way back. Find your water. And do whatever stretches, maybe arms up, feeling the stretch in the back. and reach back, pat yourself on the back, because the acknowledgement that needs to happen is helpful in the next time we try to do something that we know is about to be challenging. If you did it, you can feel that pride that I promised myself I would do something, I gave it a go. Let's continue. Let's break some procrastination. Now, if you were procrastinating during that plank, you know what it feels like to procrastinate. That's all right. Let's let it allow to be that last second, and let's break some kind of procrastination right now as an experiment to work on that hesitation. See if you can throw something out or take a vitamin or find the smallest thing to do, and let's take action right now. Let's wrap the task for now, not forever. Finding the water. It's just what's happening right now. And if that experiment went a little wonky, a lot of experiments do. We still get to move on. Let's move forward into our connection minute. Now, one of these are going to be harder than the other. And if this is the one, or if you're procrastinating sort of through all of them today because you're just having that kind of day, give 5-10 seconds of the exercise and then see what happens. You don't have to promise so much. Let's look to connect with someone. Say hello to someone. Say, I'm thinking about you. Let's try right now. Let's wrap for now. Finding the water. Finding maybe connection very difficult today, possibly, or maybe in general you've been feeling disconnected. That's all right. That's good to know. It's good to notice. It's still good to participate in this exercise because you're still warming up that connection muscle. You're still telling your mind and body, I am looking to connect. So it's going to look for opportunities. It's going to maybe notice opportunities a little bit more as you're bringing that to consciousness. Let's keep going. Let's go into our aerobics and shake it out, walk it out. Do whatever, but let's get physical in whatever way your body allows you. Let's pick an exercise and go in 3, 2, 1. We're moving. Do you have the ability to move in any way? Use that ability. Don't take it for granted. Exercise it now. That's 10 seconds. Congratulations. Let's find the energy to put into this. And maybe it's just a slight energy today. That's fine. Put it in there. That's 20 seconds. Great job. Let's keep going. If you had to stop, you had to stop. But if you can, start again. Let's keep going for 30 seconds. Let's find the energy. If you can't do it as energetic as other days that you're doing it, that's fine. Do it with what you have for today for 20 more seconds. Let's find it in us. If it's not hurting, Push through that challenge. Find it in you for 10 more seconds. We're at the countdown. Let's see how strong we could finish just for today. Mind and body together. 3, 2, 1, and you're done. All right, maybe stretch your way back. Have some water. Have a feeling if you're having a feeling. Thanks for taking OMAT today.